Hey everyone, Christian back here again today with another whiteboard session. Today we're going to be talking about heart rate. We're going to go into a little more detail about what affects, why it's good for you. I'm going to run you through a quick aerobic session as well. We're going to start over here exactly talking about what is heart rate. So what is heart rate exactly? It's the amount of times that your heart beats per minute. There are so many different things that affect your heart rate, and we're just going to take a look over here, right? So we have training intensity. The harder you work, the more your heart is going to have to beat in order to deliver oxygen to different muscles and remove waste as well. Hydration, blood volume. So a lot of your blood is made up of water. So the more dehydrated you are, the more your heart's going to have to beat just to efficiently work the same amount compared to as if you were really hydrated. So that's going to cause your heart rate to go up as well. So we have altitude. So the way we breathe and the way we get oxygen into our blood, it works through pressure, right? Our lungs are not exactly inhaling oxygen per se. It's just a pressure deficit. So when you're in a very low pressure area, your heart and your lungs are going to have to work a lot harder in order to pump oxygen throughout your blood. So your heart rate is going to be naturally higher in a low altitude place like a mountain. Or say you go to like a really high place in Mexico, go for a run, your heart is going to be working a lot harder as compared to if you were to do at a sea level workout. So here we have stress. Stress is another big factor when it comes to heart rate. A lot of the times you'll see people's resting heart rates, especially when they're going through a very stressful thing in their life, no matter what it may be. The resting heart rate is going to be a lot higher. So here we're going to be talking about why having a lower heart rate is better overall. Oxygen delivery is going to be a lot more efficient. This is really important for athletes and people who work out in general. We want our heart to be as efficient as possible, so it's not taking away from the rest of our system, our muscle. We're able to clear stuff like lactic acid out, CO2 out a lot more efficiently. So it's going to be great for that. So we have a higher capacity for output. So we're able to work at a higher intensity of our max heart rate for a lot longer period of time because we can be able to control our heart rate because we train it efficiently. Reduced risk of cardiac disease. Things like heart disease is going to be a lot lower, especially when we work on aerobic training. This is very important because heart disease is actually the #1 killer in Canada. So being able to train your heart and work on your heart would be very good for reducing this. Longevity, overall life. Working on cardio in combination with strength is really good key determiner for a long, healthy, independent life. So here we're going to have to, how to control your heart rate. So how to lower your resting heart rate. The more you exercise, the more you work your heart. As with anything when it comes to training, you're going to become a lot more efficient. So exercising more is one. Reducing your stress, like I said, people who lead stressful lives tend to have a lot higher resting heart rate. So getting rid of and maybe doing like things like meditation, yoga might help you reduce your heart rate. Weight loss. So when you're a lot more overweight, your heart has to work a lot more harder to deliver oxygen and everything else to the rest of your body. I'm going to run you through a quick how to train, and we're going to look at specifically how to train your aerobic system. So generally, we're going to be using our 220 minus your age to find your max heart rate, and that's what all our percentages are going to be based off of. So we're going to go into about an average aerobic training session should last about 30 to 50 minutes. We're going to be working on beginners today. So we're going to start off basic with a nice light walk. We're going to prep our muscles, get our heart rate going a little bit. And then we're going to be going right into our dynamic warm-up, getting our lower body nice and loose and our muscles and tendons nice and loose to be able to get ready for that impact and that running speed, right? We're going to go 5 minutes at about 50% of our max heart rate. Might be a light jog for some people or a fast-paced walk. We're going to go 5 to 10 kilometers. This is going to be a light jog, light run at 65% of our max heart rate. This might vary with pace depending on your fitness levels, of course. Some people might be able to run a bit faster at this heart rate and some people a bit lower. As if with any workout, you have to do a cool down, right? We're going to work on bringing our heart rate back down to our resting level. We're going to be aiming to get our cool down by the end of the 5 minutes at about 45 to 50% of our max heart rate. So we're trying to get pretty close to our normal resting heart rate when we wake up in the morning. And then we're going to finish every single workout with a static stretch. Focusing on specifically lower body more so in this one, stretching out the hip flexors, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the quads. And if you guys want to see quick videos on dynamic stretch and static stretch, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We have a playlist over there, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out our Instagram and our YouTube at Your House Fitness. Have a great week, guys. See ya.